Hi, and welcome to the next video. In this video, we'll discuss profiles. The profiles menu has 5 topics: company, team, drones, equipment, and trackers. Let's start with company. At the top, we can see we have 3 different tabs: the company details, the CRM settings, and the company documents. In the first tab, we can see the details like VAT number, address, and so on. You can also upload your logo here. This is important because it shows here in the application, and this logo shows up on your quotes and invoices you send out. Let's go to the CRM settings tab now. Right here we can set the settings for our invoices and quotes. You can set the prefix, the invoice starting number, the VAT, your bank account number, your invoice terms. You can style your invoice terms used with a couple of options: bold, italic, underlined, heading 1, heading 2, quotes, numbered lists, bullet lists, and even do custom coding using the HTML button. You can do all the same things for quotes as well. Then we go to the company documents. Here you will be able to see all the documents that you uploaded into IDRONECT OS that are linked to your company. You can simply view them by clicking the view icon right here. After company, we move to team. When we click on team, we get an overview of who is in our IDRONECT OS team. You can get the first name, the last name, their email, their total flight time, their role, whether they are online or offline, and the option to edit or delete a team member. When clicking the edit button, you can edit this person's personal information, see their schedule, look at their logbooks, and see all their licenses and qualifications that are uploaded into the platform for this person. Right here in roles section, you can see that I have a couple of options from a dropdown to select which role this team member has in my organization. These roles aren't just to keep an overview of your team, but have a significant role in the IDRONECT OS platform. At the top, we can go to the tab Roles. Here you first get an overview of all your different roles. Standard, you will have Manager, Pilot, and Observer. You can see the role's description and their color. And when clicking the View button, you can change the information for this role, or with the Delete button, you can delete the role. If we now scroll down, you can see a long list of checkboxes and columns for each role that is in your account. Here you can toggle different functions for your roles. Now, what does this mean? You can say that the manager has access to all the functionalities that IDRONECT OS has to offer, but that a pilot can only see his personal documents and logs, and not everyone else is on the team. This way you can structure and protect your team's information, but also make the application a lot easier to understand for some roles, as they will have less functions. You can see that when I toggle Managed Customs for the management role that I have, the customer option in the left menu disappears and reappears again when checking the box again. Now if we scroll back to the top, we can see that we have one last step to invite users. Here you can invite current IDRONECT OS users to your team by clicking the Invite User button in the top left corner. If you fill in someone's email, like tom@idronect.com, you can see that the platform searches this user's information, and you can now select the role you want this person to have upon accepting your invitation. Be aware that if you do not want this person to receive an invitation email, you have to uncheck the switch before filling in the email address. Now we can continue to drones. Here we have an overview of all the drones that are linked to our account. You can see that the drone's registration mark, name, model, brand, weight, total flight time, and you can view the details of the drone or delete one. If you click on the View button, you can see the drone's details and adjust them. You get a picture of the drone model, and at the top you can switch between different tabs to see the drone's scheduled flights, related documents, and check if there are any maintenance plans linked to this drone. To add a new drone, we can simply scroll to the bottom of this page and click on the blue button Add Drone. Here you can select a model of your drone from a pre-filled list of the most common drones. So let's pick a DJI Mavic 2 Enterprise. The drone image now appears, and if you give it a name, registration mark, and serial number, sometimes when flying more exotic drones, your drone will not be in the drop-down menu. What we then can do is go to the tab Aircraft Models. Here you can get an overview of your drop-down list, and at the bottom, you can add a new drone model by clicking the Add Model button. Here you can fill in all the details of your new drone model, and at the bottom, you have the option to add the drone to the public library so that everyone can use this model. If we now click on Submit, you will be able to select this model from the dropdown as well. Now we can go to the Equipment tab. The Equipment tab gives you an overview of all the equipment that is in your account that is not an aircraft. You get the equipment's name, model, and the option to edit or delete it. If we click Edit, you can edit the details of this equipment part, see the schedule, the flights, the linked documents, and whether there are any maintenance plans attached to this piece of equipment. Now if we go back to the overview screen, you can see that in the top right corner we can click on the button Add Equipment. When clicking this button, you can see that you have to select an equipment type and an equipment model. So let's close this pop-up for a second, and at the top you will see that you have the tabs Equipment Models and Equipment Types. Let's start at Equipment Types. All your equipment will be divided into these couple of equipment type groups. You can simply add one by clicking the Add Type button at the bottom. If we now go to the Equipment Model tab, you can see that we upload all our equipment models here, like models of cameras, models of batteries, and so on. To add an equipment model, you can simply click the Add Model button at the bottom of the left corner. You select the equipment type. So let's add a laptop from the brand Dell with the name XPS15 with the description graphics laptop and the cost price of €3,000 and an image if you want that. Now click Submit. And if we now go back to the equipment overview and click in the top right corner to add a piece of equipment, we select that it's a laptop and the model is the Dell XPS 15. We give it the name Laptop 01 and a description Linux laptop. And then add the serial number. We have now successfully added a piece of equipment. To import large lists of equipment, you can contact us as we have an admin function that allows us to upload long lists of equipment in just one go. The Trackers tab gives you an overview of all your trackers that are linked to the platform and the relevant information for these trackers, but I will do a whole other video on just trackers. So that was it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.